This is Story Recapped. Today, I'm going to explain a drama, romance, and mystery film called Birth. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. Sean is heard giving a lecture, explaining that he doesn't believe in reincarnation. Then, he goes on a run in a snowy park and suddenly collapses under a bridge. Unfortunately, Sean suffers a fatal heart attack. Meanwhile, somewhere in the city, a baby is born. 10 years later, Sean's wife, Anna, visits his grave and sheds some tears. On the other hand, her new fiancé, Joseph, waits in the car. Then, that night, Sean's brother, Clifford, and his wife, Clara, wait for an elevator. But when it arrives, Clara excuses herself, saying she forgot the ribbon for her gift. So, Clifford arrives alone at the party as Joseph speaks about his relationship with Anna, and everyone celebrates their engagement. Downstairs, Clara thinks about her gift. Then, she sees a young boy sitting in the lobby before she sneaks out. Clara goes to the park and buries her gift, oblivious to someone following her. After that, she wipes her dirty hands and replaces her gift with a fancy mirror. Back at the party, Clifford congratulates Anna and gets pleasantly acquainted with Joseph. As Clifford walks away, Anna commends Joseph's courteousness and kisses him. Moments later, Clara returns with her new present and sees the boy from earlier still sitting there. The boy stares into space the following day, ignoring a friend calling out his name, Sean. Then, that night, Joseph and Anna spend dinner with her mother, Eleanor, her pregnant sister, Laura, and Laura's husband, Bob. A guest, Mrs. Hill, divulges that Anna has chosen a May wedding and everyone cheers. In the hallway, the young Sean waits, and when some guests notice, he tells them he wants to see Anna. So, the guests enter with Sean in tow. Then, he waits for Eleanor to blow the candle on her cake before telling everyone he's there to see Anna. Everyone wonders who the boy is, especially when Sean asks to talk privately with her. They go to the kitchen and Anna asks what he wants. Sean says he wants her because she's his wife. Anna laughs and tells him she's marrying Joseph, but the boy claims that he's Sean. Anna keeps smiling, but her late husband's name catches her off guard. She takes the boy to the elevator and Sean says she's making a big mistake marrying Joseph. In the lobby, the doorman, Jimmy, identifies the boy as Sean, frustrating Anna even more. She hands Jimmy some cab money to send the boy home, but Jimmy only takes Sean outside and makes him take the subway. Upstairs, Anna tells Laura everything the boy said, and they laugh it off. Much later, in the middle of intimacy, Anna tells Joseph what Sean said, but Joseph just ignores her. The next day, Anna receives a note from Sean but only gets to read it at work. Anna later tells her family about the note, and they pass it around. Joseph opens it, reading, "Don't marry Joseph." He asks why she didn't tell him, and Anna responds that she's telling him now. They all start discussing the boy's claim, but they laugh and dismiss its absurdity. That evening, Joseph asks why Anna didn't show him the note earlier. Anna explains that she only read it at work, and sensing his distress, Anna asks him to stop talking about the boy. However, Joseph presses on and calls the lobby, hoping to ask Jimmy. Then, Sean answers, surprising Joseph. So, Joseph hangs up and tells Anna that Sean's downstairs. Joseph meets Sean, and when told that his father's in the building, Joseph asks if they can talk. They ride the elevator together, and Sean leads him to his father. Joseph speaks with him and calls Anna later, telling her to meet them downstairs. In front of the couple, Sean's father forces Sean to swear that he'll never see or bother them again. However, Sean repeatedly declines, saying he can't do it, so Anna looks into his eyes and firmly tells him never to bother her again. Then, Sean watches the couple leave. Unfortunately, as Anna turns to the elevator, she sees Sean collapse. She gets in, and Joseph, oblivious to Sean's condition, tells her she's done well. They arrive late to a show and Anna's distracted, mulling over everything. Meanwhile, at Sean's house, his parents discuss what Sean has done and laugh when they talk about their son's note. Later, with Sean already tucked in bed, his mother comes and initiates a silly and playful conversation. However, Sean only tells her he's not his son anymore and turns away, shocking her. The following day, Sean is sent to the principal's office for being late. But instead of going to the principal's office, he uses a payphone and leaves a message on Anna's answering machine, telling her to meet him at the park and that she knows where it is. Meanwhile, Eleanor hears it. At lunch, Eleanor asks Anna why the boy is calling her, but Anna doesn't know. But seconds later, Anna asks about the message, so Eleanor tells her. That afternoon, Anna walks to the park straight to the bridge where her husband died. Then, from the darkness, the young Sean emerges. Anna is upset, asking Sean if it's funny to him. Sean sternly tells her no and suggests that Bob test him. Anna's even more confused, so Sean clarifies that she should believe him if he gets Bob's questions right. Anna challenges him instead, asking who told her there wasn't a Santa Claus. However, Sean answers that he'll know when he sees them. Anna steps back, telling him he's just a little boy, and hurriedly leaves. That night in bed, Joseph is amazed that the boy knew where Sean died, but Anna only tells him she's tired. So Joseph kisses her goodnight and turns the lights off. After that, he says they'll get him. Soon, Bob visits Sean and his mother at home. Bob records the conversation and states that he's neither a psychiatrist nor a therapist, just a regular doctor. Bob adds that if he's truly Sean, he'd say it's impossible, as the older Sean dismissed spiritual things. Bob begins by asking where Sean lived. The boy answers Anna's current apartment and adds that they didn't have their own place since he wasn't around much, always busy working. When asked where he worked, Sean says different places and specifies that he once lectured in Bob's hospital about splitting the atom. Sean asks why Bob and Laura aren't living in their own place anymore, guessing that Bob lost his job. Bob laughs, explaining that they're redecorating to welcome a baby. Sean is surprised, saying he didn't think Laura could have a baby. Later, Joseph, Anna, and the family listen to the recording. Bob asks for something intimate, so Sean talks about marrying Anna 30 times in 30 churches in 30 days. Bob asks if he was ever his best man, but Sean says it was Clifford. Bob then asks for something the boy couldn't have overheard or looked up. Without hesitation, Sean says they did it on Bob's sofa and specifies the green one. Then, Sean asserts that it doesn't matter what Bob thinks because he's Sean and he loves Anna. At the end of the recording, everyone falls silent until the doorbell rings. Anna lets out a single, dry laugh, making Joseph wary. Their housekeeper, Lee, lets Sean and his mother inside. When asked for a drink, Sean requests some apple juice. Lee wonders if Sean remembers her, and he says a little. Everyone else keenly listens as Lee says she'll keep an eye on him. In the family room, Laura immediately states doubt about Sean's claims and sharply presses him to tell the truth. When Sean receives the apple juice, he thanks her, calling Lee by her name. Laura scoffs, but Eleanor only offers him a cake. Later, Sean's mother tells Anna that he said he's not her son anymore. Anna sympathizes and asks to let Sean stay the night, committing to help. Anna will pick him up from school tomorrow and return him after. After that, Mrs. Hill arrives as Sean walks around, correctly identifying his working desk. Everyone closely watches when Mrs. Hill, knowing they didn't meet at the birthday party, tests if Sean knows her. Sean says yes, although he doesn't know her name. Sean knows, however, that she told Anna the truth about Santa Claus. Eventually, as Sean eats cake, Joseph questions how he knew where the older Sean died. The boy says it's like deja vu, but still unconvinced, Joseph asks where Sean met Anna. The boy wonders if Anna ever told him, and when Joseph shakes his head, Sean says they met at the beach. Eleanor interrupts them, asking how Mr. Reincarnation enjoys the cake. Sean asks for Anna, so Joseph sternly explains he's only staying because Anna wants to help. Then Eleanor asks how he knows things, and the boy only says it's because he's Sean. However, that night, Joseph tells a sleeping Sean that he doesn't have him fooled before returning to the room and planting a kiss on Anna's shoulder. The next day, Anna visits Clifford and Clara. She apologizes, explaining that she wasn't expecting them at the party, but they say it's okay. Anna tells them about meeting someone seeming to be Sean. The two don't quite understand, so Anna begins explaining that she loved Sean so much and that it hadn't gotten easier for her. Then she met Joseph, who sincerely loves her and accepted her situation. Anna soon gets emotional as she explains meeting a 10-year-old who she truly believes is Sean. Clifford and Clara stare at her, utterly stunned, so Anna stands to leave. Clifford asks how he can help, so Anna explains, refusing to fall for Sean again. She begs Clifford to come and tell the boy to go away because she can't do it. That afternoon, Anna picks up Sean from school and takes him to an ice cream shop. Anna says that a man must provide for his wife and asks how Sean will manage that, but Sean only says he'll get a job. Anna then earnestly asks how he'll fulfill her needs, if he's ready, and if he ever made love to a girl. So Sean says that she'd be his first. Sean's bus arrives, but they take a carriage ride instead. Then Anna explains that while she appreciates Sean's feelings for her, they can't be real. Anna goes on, telling him that he'll meet a girl his own age and forget about her, but Sean just looks at her. Meanwhile, Joseph is with a realtor, waiting for Anna, but she misses their appointment to be with Sean. Because of that, Joseph bitterly stares out the window. Later, Anna calls Sean's mother, thinking Sean should hear the wedding music to make him realize she's getting married. So, Sean's mother lets her, but as they hang up, the boy's mother worries. When they get home, Anna sits in the tub while Sean enters and removes his clothes. Anna stares as he approaches and joins her in the tub. And when she asks what he's doing, Sean replies he's looking at his wife. Then, Anna hears a creak and turns sharply to the door. On the other side is Joseph, who stops himself from opening the door and walks away. In her frustration, Anna asks Sean to leave. Later, a string trio plays wedding music for a small audience in the apartment. Joseph and Anna simmer in tension while Sean's bored by it. Suddenly, Joseph moves and crossly asks Sean to stop tapping his foot on the chair. So Sean halts momentarily but soon resumes. Joseph snaps and pulls Sean by the foot. Bob and 2 others seize him before he beats the kid. Joseph seemingly regains composure, so they let him go. Joseph airs out his grievances and expresses feeling disrespected. He then pushes a grand piano towards Sean to trap him inside the study, and then he goes over the piano. Bob and the others rush to stop him, but he grabs and spanks the kid. Bob yanks Sean from him, and while Joseph is restrained, Sean runs away. Anna glares at Joseph and runs after Sean. Bob follows them and finds Sean and Anna outside. At that moment, Sean takes Anna's face in his hands and kisses her on the lips. Disturbed, Bob walks back inside. Later, Clifford arrives, wondering where everyone is, and sees Lee cleaning the messy apartment. Meanwhile, Joseph prepares to leave and stay at Bob's place, so Eleanor says she'll talk to Anna. Anna waits in the kitchen as Clifford walks in, telling her that Clara left the wine in the car. Sean appears, and when Clifford turns, the boy runs and embraces him tightly. Clifford quietly studies the child's face until Anna dismisses Sean. With the boy gone, Clifford strongly tells Anna that he's not her husband. But Anna's convinced that he is, and even when Clifford repeats himself, Anna insists on it. Sean waits in the hall when Clara arrives, looking pleased to see him. She asks Sean for the bathroom to wash her dirty hands. When they get there, Clara makes sure no one's looking and ushers Sean inside. Clara washes her hands and asks Sean to dry them. She then writes on Sean's hand with a pen, explaining that she had moved into a new address. Sean asks her not to tell Anna. Meanwhile, Joseph arrives at Bob's place and sits on the green couch. Back in the kitchen, Anna has a disagreement with Laura and Eleanor. Anna tries to leave, but Laura stops her. Eleanor tells Anna to send Sean home, or Eleanor will call his mother, and his mother will call the police. Eleanor asks if Anna understands, but she firmly says no, so Eleanor orders Laura to move. Anna goes to the bedroom and sees Sean already in bed. Then she stops him from getting up and tucks the blanket under the mattress. After that, she looks at Sean and weeps. Eventually, they take a cab, and Anna says they'll tell his mother that everything's okay. Sean remembers the night of the engagement party. When Clara buried Anna's present, Sean followed her and dug it up, finding letters inside. Soon, Sean visits Clara, who says she knows he's not Sean from the moment he opened the door the previous day. Sean asks who she is, and Clara reveals that she is his lover. She says that if he had been Sean like she hoped, he would have come to her first. Clara unzips his bag and finds Anna's love letters inside. Sean then tries to leave, but Clara forces him to sit and tell him he can't go around telling lies. Clara reveals that Sean gave her Anna's letters unopened to prove that he loved her more. Sean couldn't leave Anna, and Clara hated her for it. She admits to planning to give Anna the letters as a malicious wedding present, but she couldn't do it. After their conversation, Sean flees and climbs a tree. Meanwhile, Anna receives news that Laura has given birth to a girl. At the nursery, Eleanor and Anna talk about Sean while they watch the newborn baby. Anna is fully convinced that her dead husband, and Eleanor knows it, but Eleanor says she should just write a goodbye letter to Sean and get back together with Joseph. However, Anna says she can't do it. That night, the police find Sean and ask for his address. Sean says he needs to tell Anna that he's not her husband because he's truly in love with her, but when the police are distracted, Sean escapes. Later, Anna comes home and Lee informs her that Sean has returned and his mother is coming to get him. Anna rushes and finds Sean in the tub, gladly telling him her plans to run away together, determined to wait until he's 21 so they can get married. Then, Anna cradles his face and tells him she loves him. Unfortunately, the boy admits he's not Sean and quickly goes under the water. Anna pulls him up and he repeats that he's not Sean because he loves her. Anna's confused, but Sean can't explain it better and only asks to put his clothes back on before his mother arrives. Frustrated, Anna shakes him up, repeatedly asking him if he's a little liar. Sean then says yes, and Anna finally realizes her mistake. Anna cries and tells him he certainly had her fooled. She thought he was her dead husband, but he's just a little boy. Disappointed, Anna stands, throws him a towel, and leaves. Then, as Eleanor and Sean wait for his mother, Eleanor admits she never liked the older Sean. The following day, Anna visits Joseph at work to explain her actions. Anna admits to making a mistake and apologizes, and she pleads to get back with Joseph, saying she wants the good life and happiness he'll provide. So Joseph says okay, and Anna kneels, takes his hand, and kisses it, thanking him. In May, Anna gets married as planned. However, as she's being photographed, she gets distracted, staring blankly into space. Then, Joseph walks with a wide grin, but he immediately realizes something's wrong when he sees her. As it turns out, Sean wrote to Anna, telling her that he's happy in school and he's seeing an expert for help. Sean apologizes for the mess he made and hopes to see Anna in another lifetime. Moments later, Joseph runs to the beach, where Anna cries in anguish. So he slowly approaches her, holding her as she weeps and whispers to her ear. Then, eventually, they walk back together.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.